All right, Destination Waconia, the podcast. Here we are at Carver County Fairgrounds. And who do we have? Who's on the saddle today?
I'm Chloe Hatzenbeller with Chloe K Photography. I've been Ted's photographer, or one of them, for the last 6 or 7 years now. 6, 7.
There you go. I love it.
But yeah, we started off at ski joring and it's just kind of bloomed from there. And now I'm your lead photographer. So get to schedule everybody and line everybody up, and it's hectic, but it's fun.
Those pictures are gorgeous. I'm Christine Fenner with the president of the Waconia Chamber of Commerce, and we have the tourism piece, and we are starting this podcast. And what a great day! We just had Coffee Connection here. Rodeo's around the corner, so this is fun to be here, talking. And you brought some friends today.
Yeah, I'm the rodeo clown here this weekend, and brought my little buddies Donald and Herman. They travel everywhere with me. And we're excited to be here. I think this is my 12th year.
This is crazy.
And Don and Herman are donkeys.
Yes.
They're not here
they're
visually,
donkeys.
but they're donkeys.
I'm so sorry. Yeah. Good call. Good call. Yeah. My little donkeys.
And what's your name?
Nick. Oh yeah. New to this podcast thing, I guess.
Yeah. We're all rookies.
Yeah.
And I'm Ted Slathar, and this will be our 15th year at the Carver County Fairgrounds. It just continues to grow. It's just a fun community event that just started out small and just kept going and going, and now people are decorating their stores, they're doing fun stuff. It's just the nonprofits that are involved are some of the most important pieces to this, and the Cowboy Church is just so incredible.
So dial it back to the beginning. 15 years ago, how did you get this started? Was Waconia the first location? Now there's other locations?
Yeah, so I've been involved in rodeo my whole life. I was in high school rodeo and college rodeo, and rodeoed in the Great Lakes Circuit, the PRCA, which is the Professional Rodeo Cowboys Association. And then my kids, just as our family grew and we got horses and got them more involved, and my daughter was involved in high school rodeo, and I thought, hey, I'll just put on a rodeo. 15 years ago, we came up with this. I just came up with this idea and threw it around, asked a few people if they wanted to be involved, and they did, but it's one of those things, you just gotta lead. It's kind of me. I just jump first, And so I started, and here we are today.
So behind the scenes, I mean, we've seen the production. We've seen the photos. You're so funny. But what's happening behind the scenes? How does it all come together?
So there's so many pieces to the puzzle. There's the ticket takers and the people that just handle the whole part of getting people in and out of the grandstands. There's the production piece, which is what I do, where I bring in the arena. The arena either comes from Illinois or this one's coming from Ohio. And then I hire a contractor from, this one is out of Oklahoma. And we do all of our hiring for our contract acts in Las Vegas in December. So we'll find people like Nick, bullfighters, clowns, pickupmen, announcers are big over there too. So in December is where we kind of choose everybody. Our rodeo cattle are coming out of South Dakota.
So if you've never been, I've been, so this isn't my first rodeo, but you've never been. What are the events? What do people expect?
So there's 7 events. We call them rough stock events. The 3 rough stock events are bareback, saddle bronc, and bull ride. And then along with that are the timed events, which are calf roping, team roping, steer wrestling. And then we add the girls breakaway, which is fairly new to the sport, but it adds another piece where the girls can compete, and then we also have the barrel racing.
What are you most excited for? Chloe, what do you think?
I love all the bucking events. That's just great opportunities for pictures. You just don't know what's going to happen. Are they going to ride it, or do we get a scene of a wreck, and paramedics come in? Hopefully not, but
Can happen.
it happens.
Any bloopers that
Any
are out there?
bloopers? My life is a blooper. My life is so fun, but bloopers out there. We should retitle that to the blooper guy. I am the blooper reel.
Yeah.
Right.
It's supposed to be the comedy, the fun behind it. if there's something like a hiccup on the backside of things,
Yeah.
where the blooper guy needs to fill in that spot to make it all seamless. Like that's what I do, and
We meant for that to
it's-
happen.
we meant for
It's
that
good
to happen.
entertainment,
Yeah.
right?
Why won't this guy be quiet? But,
Right.
Because you kind of play around with the crowd too, right? Like,
He's very important. His role is to, because there's a lot of times where we transition between those events where we have downtime and we need to keep the crowd engaged, and that's where Nick comes in.
that's almost
so fun.
sometimes that's a big piece of it too.
It's a huge piece.
It's huge, but like when you're in the stands and the people are smiling, like I mean, all the cares in the world are gone at that point. Like they're watching rodeo, they're enjoying family time, friend time, meet new people. Like that is so fun to like look around on the serious aspect of it and see the joy.
Yeah. Well, and Waconia is like 38 miles west of Minneapolis, Twin Cities area. So you get, a crowd that comes from that direction. Certainly, I think certainly there's a radius that are coming to see what it's all about and be entertained. And you talked this morning a lot about the animals and the care, and these are beautiful horses and animals. Do you want to talk more about that?
Oh, it's the biggest thing about rodeo is there's always kind of that misconception that they're mistreated, but they're probably better taken care of than most horses. They're so expensive. I mean, some of
Than
these
most people.
Yes,
that
and
they're
most people for sure.
Right. I
They get
mean,
weekly
some of these
massages.
horses and bulls, they're selling for $500,000. I mean, they're incredible. And our roping calves, right now, they're around 2,000 a piece, and we're going to need 30 head. So I mean, you're talking about a contractor that's bringing $60,000 worth of animals here that they need to take the best care of so they stay alive and continue. All of the contractors that have stock at these rodeos, their main thing is they want to get their animals to either the circuit finals, national circuit finals, or the national finals rodeo. And it's really hard to do that. Most contractors will get one or two, a few, maybe a half a dozen. But that's their main thing. Then they get the notoriety. So they're so well taken care of, and it's one of those things where people see them and think, oh, those horses buck, and they kind of remember the county fair where they see their horses, say, yeah, my horse bucks. Well, no, there's a difference.
Yeah.
And they're so rare. Maybe 1 out of 300 could make it to this event to have the talent to be here. They're very hard to find, and especially to have that longevity to where they can buck for several years. So.
Well, Chloe, your photos that you take are absolutely beautiful of the animals. And is there any, we're talking about bloopers, is there like a fun, it doesn't have to be a blooper, but any just like memorable moment that, wow, we got to capture that. That was really neat.
There's a lot that come to mind. I usually per year or per rodeo, I think I take close to 3,000 to 4,000 pictures. So there's a lot that come to mind. Last year I got to meet Tanner Ross. He's a state cowboy. We actually grew up down the road together, and I, used to ride horses with his sisters and everything. So, but to actually finally meet him, here and away from, our hometowns, and it's such a small world. But yep, that was definitely, like, I got your picture. My parents got it autographed for me, and it's hanging up in their house. It's
Yeah.
just, it was a really cool moment.
Yeah. Well, we love all the, fashion that goes along with the cow. I threw on a cowboy. This isn't my everyday
there is a lot
attire,
of
but but I love how you incorporated the business community into this too, and to have a kind of a sip-in shop, and a lot of the local boutiques are all on board now, and so I think that's a fun element. That anything you want to throw out there with that?
That's what I always wanted to kind of create here, and thanks to you, because you've been very instrumental in making that happen. But getting the businesses to just kind of embrace it and decorate their stores, and they're all having fun with it.
Yeah, I
They
think that's
love
it.
to
We love a
do
good
it.
event,
Yeah.
and so if we can
Yeah,
decorate and buy a new outfit for the,
yeah,
the
and
event, I think
and
that's
there's so many good stores. It's hard to choose from the ones that did decorate their stores. Who's the best, but they're all so good, and they're all excited about it, and that's really. We do other events, but this one means a lot just because it's a community, and everybody kind of gets together, and The Lions are all excited about it, and nonprofits that we help are just, it's really fun.
Talked about, so rodeo's Friday, Saturday, Sunday, but do you want to talk a little bit about Sunday morning and what that looks
Yeah,
like?
yeah. One thing about rodeo is it's patriotic. It's not political. It's not religious. Just for the most part, the people that compete and the people that, for the most part, that come to them, they just are love that we live in a great country and give thanks to God for the opportunity to be here and do what we love to do. So on Sunday morning, we do a free pancake breakfast. Mac and Tunes is involved, and Havenwood Meats is involved. Local church is involved. Faith, well, they're kind of by Victoria, but everybody gets together, and it's free pancake breakfast, and then we do a little cowboy church in the grandstand. It's just awesome. Fun to see it grow. It's incredible. I'm anxious to see it. Started with just a couple of families, and my family, one other family, a few people, and you were probably here for the first one. Yeah, and now we had 278 people last year. So, and it's one of those things, and I hate to keep going on about this, but it's like, it's for everybody, you know, and God's not just in one spot. God's everywhere, you know, and here's a spot where you can come as you are and be out in the sunshine and out just more grassroots, and I think Jesus taught on the seashore as well as he did as in the temple, so it's really fun piece.
Yeah. I came for the first time last year, and I don't know if this was going to be a continuous thing, but it was really beautiful and peaceful also to see the horses,
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah.
walking as well. So
They say, and good trivia question, who said that the outside of a horse is good for the inside of a man?
Teddy? Roosevelt?
Yeah.
that makes sense.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Yeah. So it is. It's very calming to be with them and have them out there.
I feel like we covered a lot of ground.
Mhm.
What did we miss? What else?
If you've never been to a rodeo, like, come out. Like, you're not gonna find a better family-friendly, godly, just surrounded by amazing people and great entertainment. It's so much fun.
We have an amazing team. Just it continues to grow. I mean, with Chloe and Nick, and just everybody gets together and pitches in, and it's just a really fun event to do.
It's a strong community. You can
It's
see
very,
that for
yeah.
sure.
Mm-hmm.
I did tell somebody, it feels like a family reunion. Like,
Yeah.
you just, even if you don't know everybody, but it's still just fun to see everyone and meet everyone new, and you feel so welcome coming to these.
Well, it's a good thing for Waconia. It brings a lot of people to Waconia. We hope that they come and check some things out while they're here and stay here. So having these events, it's an economic boost for our local community too. So we appreciate that. Okay, remind me again. So Friday, but I should come early because
Gates open at 5.
5. Okay.
Yeah, and there's tons of vendors and tons of food to eat and
Food and beverages and
shopping
and camaraderie and then
Yeah.
the show.
And a mechanical bull.
and the mechanical bull.
Mechanical
will be here.
bull.
Brutus will
Back.
be here.
Brutus.
We didn't
talk
tell
about
you.
Brutus yet.
How did we miss Brutus?
Okay. Okay. We got to have a little add-on,
I can cut
add-on
and
here
edit,
with
yeah.
Brutus.
Right.
Okay. How did Brutus? Who's Brutus? How did he come to
So Brutus,
town?
Brutus is a huge Brahma bull that I got last year. Somehow my daughter Rachel seems to think that it's hers now, but so we share him. He winters down in Oklahoma, and then he comes up here, and the plan is to have him at these events. And he's just a big puppy dog, but he's like a gentle giant, but he's super cool.
Where is Brutus going to be hanging out?
Well, that's a good question. Probably right in around behind us. And now we've kind of, so my daughter started a nonprofit called Ride at Dawn. And it is for people who have been abused or have been in abusive relationships or come from any kind of abuse. And it kind of targets the equine world, so people from horse shows, rodeos, anything like that. This Brutus has become the therapy bull, because if you're around him and see him, I mean, and you've been on him, I mean, he's just calming and super cool to be around.
Okay, this is the greatest love story ever, but I understand Brutus has a girlfriend now.
Yes, and she's expecting in August. So we also have a silver Bramer cow. Portia. Portia is going to have a little baby Brutus in August. So we'll see how that turns out. But the plan is that that calf then will be auctioned off and the proceeds will go to Ride at Dawn. And she started a spot where people can donate and bring clothes, and then people who are in situations where it's hard for them to get out of. And they, especially if they have animals, like it's hard to leave, it's hard to go, and that's one of the main things that she's trying to create is something for them. Hey, you need clothes, you need a place to stay.
Well, it's been fun to follow her socials and see the love story come together, and we're so happy that they're expecting.
Brutus needs to put a ring on it.
Right.
No. So for those that want to learn more about the rodeo and extreme events,
Website, come out early. If you see somebody in like a extreme events shirt, or I'm parked right out front, probably be hanging out, like don't be afraid to ask the question. Like get to know more about it, more about the people, whatever. There's no dumb questions, so just talk and enjoy it with us, because I enjoy talking about it. So
you can see Don and Herman the donkeys, Brutus the bull, hop on the mechanical bull, do some shopping, and then the rodeo. Yeah,
And if you want to find out more about it, go to WaconiaRodeo.com.
WaconiaRodeo.com this weekend, June 5th, 6th, 7th, 15th annual. Thanks for this, guys.
Thank you.
Thank you.
This is awesome.
That's